Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Strip that ball. Check.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Check out.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true.
There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Their mobile quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 24, Carr, he's got it to Williams. He's got daylight. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, 76 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was... There goes Melvin Gordon. That's the 20, 10, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 21st touchdown of the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Carr. Flushed out right. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Second quarter from Oakland, the home. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Carr. This is caught by Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. first down. Dancing to his left. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
On 2nd down now, Richard. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Rivers. Caught by Allen. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Well, going over some notes in the pregame and looking at Phillip Rivers' record against Oakland, 18-8 all-time against them. And those 18 wins, more than he's had against any other team. And unless these two squads, unlikely, but unless they would meet up in the playoffs, this is the last time that Phillip Rivers will face the Oakland Raiders. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. A give to the fullback. This is Watt trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Rivers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. 3rd and goal for Rivers. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Buy down. Kill. Mike.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Hey, 734.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
56. Exit.
They'll run on first down. Muhammad, and not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. 27 yards there, a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First and goal, Chargers.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to throw on second down. Carr got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on second and 3. Carr rolling to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 21 yards away. And the Raiders able to get this back to within at least some measure here of respectability.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. This is brought in at the 21. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
Let's go, let's go!
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Credit the tackle to Brandon Mebane. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Watch the whip.
From the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Step round 80. 190. Check 56. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 3rd down, Rivers. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
First down, Chargers.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Badgley able to punch this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like him, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Carr going to throw. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Carr looking middle, and it's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Here's Carr to throw. It's a screen to Richard. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Check 43.
Carr going to go on 4th down. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Into the red zone, it's Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run it with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit. Bryant's extra point up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Slam, slam.
Raider one.
Carr gives to Richard. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on second and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
It's caught. Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Carr now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. This complete to Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8. So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On the ground, Richard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Let's put that team on the bus. Under crush, under
Play action. Now it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They not ready for this. They still playing protein spill. Y'all playing the wrong football.
On second and 7, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Richard. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 29, Carr. He'll find Moreau here. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 16. On first down, It's Jacobs. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take up a 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Richard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Gordon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Rivers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Carr to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on 2nd down. Complete as well. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Carr now to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Carr. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
At the 17-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. He's got a first down and more past the 30. 31 yards there and a first down.
We got this.
A gain of 31 yards.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. He's got the first down and more inside the 40.
Let's go, baby.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Kill.
On the ball.
Check. Fresno.
General West.
36.
Hey, dude.
Manziel. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Breeze now. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10. And now he's hit and the ball comes out. Manziel lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
First down, Saints.
Hey, team 6.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
X3, 218, jump.
Now Manziel being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
That's fielded in the end zone.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
Ready, set.
56. Max 56. All day. Shit. Bang.
And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
61. Match box.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Throwing on second down. Hill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Steps away to his left. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now Kamara. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Bree's going to try and throw on third down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
You're good. Ready. Bravo.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. But yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who could also make big plays. In other words, if you underestimate him, he'll run past you or he'll just jump over the top of you and continue to make those big plays.
Looks good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40.
On second down, it's Cohen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right?
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've been...
And Kamara has it stripped, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack. 3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. Brees now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. They'll run on first down. Foreman, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken short. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 3rd down, Hester. And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop him for a 2nd straight play right at the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Shift. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
On first down, Cohen. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Check, 47. And let's get this.
On first down, Trubisky escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just
by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And now running right through it. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On first down, it's Hill. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Hey, echo.
3rd and long. It's Hill. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen, and he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Hill. Now he's flushed out right. He'll get this one to Patrick. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A good pickup there at 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 24, Hill. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Montgomery. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. It's a foot race. The 40. And they're going to come up empty here on fourth down. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make it.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Trubisky to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you. And can.
It's caught at the 10. They give him a gain of 38.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Now looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. They'll run with Montgomery, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. On 4th down, Hill. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Now a handoff here to his running back. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
First down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
It's on field. Hey, it's on out.
25, check 25, check 25, check 25.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mariota. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
They went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They come out here in the eye. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll go with a keeper. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So just a three-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustment.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. Check 52. Ran, up. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner, Kyle Fuller. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Trubisky now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. One last shot for Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
56, check 56. 56 to Mike.
Hey, exit.
Let's go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for New Orleans, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ingram. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first for Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Fourth down, here's Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing in too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. He'll run it.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, Ingram. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Forced out to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Mike, here we go, here we go, here we go. 21, 21. Bang, 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 bang.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Thomas. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And now he'll tuck it and run. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Ingram. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
On 3rd down, Jackson buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left, and this will be caught at the 30. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. An excellent gain, 35 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
To throw is Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. Now it's Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because...
And he will score! Touchdown, Baltimore! Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
21. Here we go.
Now Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And he would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the all-pro running back. Henry ends up being a 2nd-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being 1st-team running back as well as 1st-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the all-pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Here we go.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Garoppolo now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now pass complete here to Sanders. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Here we go,
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is born. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Garoppolo going to go on fourth down. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Domata Peko, the one to get him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
One, Omaha.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
He's checking.
80 weapon.
They run again with Breida. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Yeah, baby.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up the lead. You think you got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa. And that will force a turnover on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the foot.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, 34 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? They'll try and run it in with Coleman, and he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here, all right? Let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Ingram again. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs. And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy... There goes Mark Ingram. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 75 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. So much for just picking up the first down. How about that run all the way on 3rd down into the end zone?
I'd say this was a bonus run because you're right. All you're trying to do is get the first down in that situation. But to top it off with that gigantic sprint and to go all the way, the only thing he's worried about near the end of that run is if someone's going to jump on his back, and I mean Mr. Fatigue. And that's all he was worried about. Well-conditioned, carried it all the way.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run on 1st down. Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Roberts has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Well, we looked at each other in surprise. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. first down. Garoppolo. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here we go. What do you need? Watch the run.
Garoppolo on first down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
X3, 218, chopper.
Watch the edge.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 37. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders.
Here comes the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. And they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime,
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Right 80! Right there, 54 miles. Watch the slip, watch the slip.
On first down, Laird, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Right 80!
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. And again this time to the tailback.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 65, 65. 4 down.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, 26 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they can't bring him down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. They'll run on first down. Laird. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, Laird. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let him do all the work, and then someone catch him at the end and pass him up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
We ain't giving him nothing. 2nd inches at the Dolphins' 30-yard line.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing on 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of block.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Got him in. He finds Sanders. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Here's Breida. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Rip left, rip left.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Garoppolo now going for it. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
54 miles. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Gonna go 5-0 here?
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. Flush to his right. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. And a completion to Wilson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Laird. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, 27 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. At his 4. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
11.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. With that incompletion, Charles, let's talk about the coaching carousel. Some new guys in new places. Ron Rivera to Washington. We got Mike McCarthy in Dallas. Matt ruled up from the college ranks to Carolina. And for the Giants, Joe Judge. Any surprises in your mind?
Well, I think you start with Joe Judge going to the Giants, coming from New England, where he was the special teams coach for most of his career. And this season added wide receivers to his duties. Well regarded within the ranks of the NFL. Not much known about him to the outside.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He's going to sling this deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. To throw, Fitzpatrick, escaping the pressure right. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be... ...14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
21. Here we go.
Check three. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And this will be incomplete.
Garoppolo's pass incomplete on the throwaway.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Here we go.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's turf. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Fitzpatrick from the gun on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Breida, he'll try the right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick forced out to his left. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. It gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Fitzpatrick. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now Fitzpatrick. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And he's got it to Hearns. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Allen Hearns, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense up the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Wait.
Garoppolo to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
This is caught by Hearns. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. On second down now, Laird. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Right